What's up, nerd boys? Hello and welcome to a fresh episode of the great hit show Banter Blitz with Jan Gustafsson. I'm Jan Gustafsson, and Banter Blitz is the name of the show, in case you were confused about it. Sorry, I got my wallet in my back pocket and it's uncomfortable to sit on that. Let me empty out my other pockets as well. Gym membership, believe it or not. So, what's going on? I haven't been doing a show in English, or the common tongue, as we like to call it, for a while. So go easy on me if the expressions don't roll off the tongue like they used to. I've been speaking a lot of German, and that can sometimes mess with your TH and therefore with your idiomatic appearance. So I hope that will not irritate you too much, and we can all have a lovely chess game session, because this is of course Banter Blitz, and Chess24 premium users can challenge me to a game of 3-minute or 5-minute blitz chess, and then I hope I can say something instructive about the game and we will all have a good time. Okay, this accent is driving me crazy. My usual accent is weird enough, but this is hard to keep up. Anyway, if you're not a premium user, yada yada yada, you can become one. Go to chess24.com/premium. Save 15% with the voucher code Janistan. Where my chat boys at? You guys out there? Is there anybody out there? There are some people. Mido Jet 55. Sippy Coutert, Zeelandsen. They are all here. Alright. I think I'll switch in and out of the German accent and then my usual weirder German accent, because I think that's probably the funnest show we can all enjoy together. And speaking of funnest show, would there be a fun show without some good old-fashioned CP Carter? You're not in a position to make fun of anybody's English or accent. Hate to tell you, but you know I'm right. So, what was I saying? Ronan B. Let's play chess. Because Ronan B is from France, and I feel we have a long way to go in the German-Franco friendship after what happened yesterday with Kingsley Coman, of all people. Spoiler alert if you have not watched the Champions League finale. Scoring the decisive goal for Bayern against Paris Saint-Germain. Mon ami Laurent Fressinet was not thrilled. And if Laurent is unhappy, it gives me a sort of strange amount of satisfaction that I don't know where it's coming from, and it's certainly not making me a better person. But I just cannot fight that feeling. Like, not truly unhappy, but just slightly, something's bugging him. That level of unhappiness. That's the sweet spot, in my opinion. As for the chess game, I don't know, it all looked kind of natural to me thus far. I'm not sure about my move bishop f5, h6, seemed a little more standard. Ooh, just as I... Okay, I should focus, because now bishop f6 is a bit of an issue. Focus, Jan. I was trying to start to explain something, and then I blunder a piece. This is Yeah, what's the expert term? Bad. Anyway, now I'm focused. The problem is it might have cost me one of these chess pieces. But you know, he doesn't want to take it. That's a pleasant surprise. Bishop takes f6, bishop d1, bishop d8. And I was calculating bishop e2 and hoping it could end with not immediate resigns. Rook e1, bishop d3, bishop g5. Maybe it continues a bit, but that was not great. Let's put it that way. So now let's once again fuel the flames by asking him to sacrifice a piece on h6. I prefer if he sacrifices. Mist XM is saying, I don't like Bayern and RMA. I don't know what RMA is. Real Madrid? And Ronan takes on f6, but now his position is not very impressive. This knight is undeveloped. This knight is on the rim. I have moves like bishop h3, which I'll do just to annoy him. I'm not sure it's the best move, some quieter move. Look very decent as well. But this can't be too bad, can it? Where do we go? Here, and then h5, h4 maybe? I'm expecting queen d1. I kind of want to keep the queens on the board. Queen g6. He could go knight d2. Then if queen takes d3, bishop e4 would trap the queen. He takes on c6, which is brazen, because now his king does not have a lot of cover left. f5, f4 or h5, h4 could be somewhat unpleasant, if you ask me. c5, what's that about? I could take. Don't really see why not. And back. Let's bring the h-pawn. Ah yes, queen e4. Queen f3. Looks less impressive, although it's legal too. Ugh, I guess I'll do it. Nope, I won't do that. In my typical dull style. Take the pawns. Is there a checkmate? Knight e7, king h7. Not quite. Although I'm sort of pushing my luck a little here. Which I'm not sure is necessary or wise. Now what can you do? Goliath is saying, can I challenge bitte? Yeah, in order to challenge, because he's asking on Twitch, go to chess24.com. Log into your account if you're not a premium member yet. You have to be a premium member. And then challenge me. My username is Jan, J-A-N. It should be under the video if you're watching the show. You can hover over it with the mouse. Click on whatever it says there. Challenge. And there you go. No threats out there. Sorry, I don't like the way I'm playing chess myself. But a leopard cannot shed his skin. Is that the saying? Should a leopard try to shed his skin? It would make more sense if it said a leopard cannot change his spots. And probably that is what it says. Although, I'm not sure if leopards can shed their skin. So my saying might not necessarily be wrong either. That's the reason why this show is being watched by tens of viewers. By the way, knight e8 check, I have a bit of a problem. But fortunately, Ronan B is not the sharpest tactician in the world. Knight e8, king g8, knight f6 check. And after king h8, there's rook h2, king g7, rook h7 checkmate, which would be unfortunate. So after knight e8, in order to keep the game going, I would have had to, I don't know, sacrifice something. which is not what I was dreaming of. Well, no sacrifices. More boredom. No Fortnite, please. Is saying, hello Jan, long time no see. Indeed, I was in German language land, aka on the German Chess24 site, the German Twitch channel, all the German things, speaking my native language. And it was quite fun. I was also hosting this amateur tournament where German, what's the term? Influencers? I think everyone loves to be called an influencer. Played chess against each other. I was doing commentary. Was very enjoyable. So, status quo. I'm out of the English game. Left it to bigger, better looking, wiser people. But I'm working hard on becoming a German celebrity. And that is living the dream, my friends. Here we go against mildly interested. And Sven806 does not seem to have enjoyed the tournament we did. That is a great pity. Lenny HH3 is saying, your English is perfect. Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'll stop. It's annoying myself. We are playing the King's Indian against Mildly Interested. And I'm feeling very dull today. So I will play a very dull line from my childhood. D takes E, followed by Bishop G5. It's not particularly interesting. In my childhood, they all went for this, and then Bishop G4. Rook E8 looks kind of wrong because of knight D5, no? Now, if takes CD, knight D4, ED, like Bishop D3, I should be better. At least, that's how I feel about it. Being asked what's in the mug, coffee, as always. Knight D8, can you do that? Rook C1, C6, that looks somewhat suspect. C6, I have bishop takes D8 for starters, which is the greediest move. I'm not sure. D6, bishop D7 doesn't yield me all that much. Bishop C4 is another typical move. It's so tempting to just stupidly grab a pawn, as usual. Sorry. That's how I do it. Bishop D1 is a little too much, but Rook D1, and if BC, Rook D8, Bishop F8, and then some move. Worst case scenario, Knight takes E5, maybe there's something better. Looks pretty decent. So, what can we talk about? You guys watched basketball yesterday? Young man from Slovenia called Luka Doncic, who happens to look exactly the same as my dear friend and teammate Richard Rapport, and they do look exactly the same. He's kind of good. This Luka character. It was very impressive. I don't think it's particularly news that he's good, but he was hurt yesterday, didn't have Porzingis. Still, you know, did some impressive things. So I was impressed. Because the things were impressive, which often leads to people being impressed. See, that's why I'm doing shows in German. I only know like 100 words in English, and it's not that impressive if you have to use impressive and impressed in the same sentence for lack of ways to express or impress yourself. Therefore, I had to switch languages because I know like thousands of German words. No exaggeration. I'm 2 pawns up here, so I should be winning. Should speed up a little bit, but I can probably do that. The horsey is also good at covering the d5 pawn. not allowing anybody to get near that pawn. That guy's also covered. See what I mean? He's giving the pawn a nice little shelter. Okay, I'll stop. I keep saying I'll stop, and then I keep doing it. This is no longer very interesting, and therefore mildly interested. Does throw in the towel. Thanks for the game. Yeah, this old trick line of mine. Found another victim. Yeah, I think knight d4 is the most direct way to equalize. Knight e5, knight e6 or something. And here bishop g4 is a better move than rook e8. Oh, and our dear, dear friend, Mr. Dodgy is here. How are you, Mr. Dodgy? It must have been weeks since we last spoke, because I'm not sure if you saw, but I've been trying to become a German influencer, and I had to focus all my energy on that ever since the English show was taken over by bigger and better people. I've been I've been foking up the German market. Therefore, we have not talked for a while. How are you, Mr. Dodgy? See? Next time you think, this guy Jan is probably a bit of a sociopath. First of all, he might not be wrong. But then remember the honest interest I expressed in Mr. Dodgy's lives and feelings. Lives. Mr. Dodgy says, oh, that's what your tweets were. I thought you'd just been hacked. Nope. It's all part of my master plan. What happens if I do this, by the way? Does this mess up screen capture? Yep. Just checking. Although I could kind of get used to the many Jans. I don't think it looks worse. We could have a panel of like the Daltons of 4 Jans. Maybe this is the future of chess commentary. So, Jan 1, what do you think about the position? I don't know. It's an opening. It's not my expertise. Let's switch to Jan number 3. Jan number 3, what do you got? Yeah, I think your clock is running, you idiot. You should make a move. I like it. We might have invented a new format. Who says no? I'm playing against a Rainbow Warrior. What does that even mean? So you like rainbows and warfare? Or do you only go to war if the sun comes out after it rained? Sorry, maybe I'm misunderstanding all of this. I'm just very unclear about the concept of a rainbow warrior. Or does it mean you're fighting for LGBTQA rights? Please, I need information. I hail from Greece. I have a thirst for knowledge. So please, let me know. Oh, Rainbow Warrior is the name of Greenpeace's biggest ship. There you go. Did not know that. Tarek DC is saying, are German influencers as insufferable as the American ones? We shall see. I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. I have a feeling I will be pretty insufferable once I've made it. And there's no doubt, I will one day become an influencer. Hey, check out these sneakers. Use my bonus code. That's the dream. But no, I think German influencers are great. Red Ribbon is asking, Jan, so you are rooting for the Mavs Doncic now? I've always had a bit of Mavs sympathy. I used to follow the NBA in the 90s with Jordan and the Orlando Magic with Shaq and Penny Hardaway. Then I took like a 15-year break. And then my interest really got re-sparked. Is that a word? When a bit in 2006 when the Mavs were in the finals against Miami, but mainly in 2011 when Dirk, on his last leg, felt like, was facing the super team with LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. And I've been a bigger basketball fan ever since. As you guys know, I'm mainly a hater, rooting against whatever team LeBron is on. But I also always had some sympathy for the Dallas Mavericks. They have our German friend Maxi Kleber, who I think is a success story, undrafted, worked hard. I liked how he played yesterday when he could not buy a shot. But you know, he still influenced the game, being determined, playing good defense, all that blah blah that Paul George likes to claim but doesn't really do when he's not hitting shots. So yeah, I kind of like the Mavs, although as always, my main interest is rooting against, in this case, the LA Lakers. So probably I have a bit of a conflict of interest there because I guess the Clippers are the team in the best position to beat the Lakers in the West. Still, therefore I'm not sure I should be rooting against them. But that could also be a fairy tale ending like the Mavs beat the Clippers, Houston, who I usually root against as well, beats the Lakers in the semifinals, then the Mavs defeat Houston in the conference finals. And then, let's face it, they're not good enough to win it all. They go down against the Bucks in the finals. What's not to like? Forget about it saying, I was not aware basket was this big a sport. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there are some people out there who follow basketball. I understand it's surprising. I should create a thread. Not quite sure how. Horrible, horrible move. But I panicked when I saw the clock. More horrible moves, but I'm still panicking. Still panicking, just in case you're wondering. Wow, I'm being completely crushed too by this guy who's playing well. Taking all my pieces mercilessly. Pre-move in Rook C5. That's just another level. That's just amazing. Completely hopeless. He was 100 times faster and 100 times stronger. It's like that movie, what's it called? Project Power. Like he took a pill on the last steps. What a performance by Rainbow Warrior. He had this peaceful username. So I thought he'd be peaceful. But he wasn't. He fooled me. Oh, what? Go away. He fooled me with his username. Anyway, good job, sir. Let's play someone else to recover. Let's play. Weems Le Tartuffe. I can't decipher that. Hablup is wondering, did you watch the Champions League final? I did. A very limited interest in football, or soccer, as you Yankees call it. was kind of interesting. Like, I guess these good teams, they're so advanced strategically that there's not that much happening with this pressing and moving around and what they have to, I know. But it looked like the Bayern guys knew what they were doing. I wasn't very impressed by our boy Neymar, who was very sad when it was over. But while they were playing, it didn't seem like he was doing all that much. But once again, I'm not an expert on football, so I could not really grasp all the subtleties. I'm kind of indifferent. I guess I'm rooting for Bayern internationally, but nationally, I'm from Hamburg. You're always brought up to root against Bayern, so it's not like I am overtaken by joy and emotion when Bayern wins something. I did watch the Mavs. That one was more fun to root for them. So dramatic. Down whatever 21, then up 12, then overtime. It was a fun little game. Schnapsman saying, what is your team locally? FC St. Pauli. Yeah, I'm really not following much football. I don't like HSV, so I guess, if anything, St. Pauli. But if you asked me to name any of their players, past, Volker Eppich, Klaus Tomforde, André Trulsen, I'd be struggling. What's going on here? I'm not yet winning. It's a great pity. I'm very sleepy today. No follow-up. Just. It's the status quo. Paymon saying, what drink je? Like coffee. Yeah. Weems Le Tartuffe defensive line seems to be somewhat under pressure now. He has to go b5, allowing the horsey here. What can I say? Looks unpleasant. I'll try to bring some more pieces, because Julian Hodgson told me to invite everyone to the party. Not personally. Rejusa is asking about the Hamburg weather. It's on and off. It's been nice for a long time. Today it's a bit rainy and passive-aggressive, like yours truly. But overall, can't really complain about the weather. I don't know what to do. You know what? I'll give you a pawn. It's your lucky day. Oh, he takes with the queen. This was... I want to lure the queen here after knight a5, queen a4, followed by queen a5 and knight b7. But this stops me from having to set that cunning trap. Dad Pizzas wants to know, how can I become a grandmaster in 1 month? I don't know. You must find 3 rated tournaments, score 3 GM norms in those tournaments. And then, yeah, it's probably going to take a little longer until they give you the title. Also, I'm not sure how much rating catching up you have to do, but that would be the blueprint. Let's play more chess, maybe. I'm not doing this on purpose, but it feels like I'm only playing against Frenchmen all the time. Tor 4, Tor 4. What would Tor, is it Tor or Thor? Because in German we say Tor. En français, qu'est-ce qu'on dit? Tor? Anyway, Thor, the guy with the hammer. He's not a full god, right? He's like a demigod. Is that the title? So Thor 1 was kind of an alright movie. Thor 2, The Dark World, is I think the only movie since the launch of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I have not seen. And I keep being told that it's a horrible, horrible movie. So I might never see it. The third one is great. Thor, Ragnarok, big fan. Big fan of Taika Waititi in general. And the fourth one isn't that gonna be the... Sorry for all the Marvel talk. I'm not even a fan. I'm just, showing off the wealth of my pop culture knowledge. If you never read books, you can keep some brain space for superhero stuff, even at ages where other people, get lives. Isn't Thor 4 supposed to be the crossover with Guardians of the Galaxy, which fans have been describing as Guardians of the Galaxy? And Mr. Dodgy Chess is saying it's pronounced Tor or Thor. That is helpful. Is it more like Thorpe or like Torp? Knight b5. Where do you want to go? a3, c2? No, probably d6. Probably not as humble as I read this horse's intentions. Can I attack? Let's bring some pieces over here. I am homeless on Wi-Fi. Saying, wow, Jan's still involved in chess. Thought he moved on. No, I was just promoted to do German chess shows now. Because they said, Jan, you are so cunning and witty in English. Have you ever thought about taking it to the German market? I hear your German is excellent. Therefore, that's what happened. And I have not looked back or forward ever since. Before, can I somehow checkmate him? I'd like to checkmate him. Not gonna lie. Let's move some pieces over here. See if it works. Sleepy Mario, this is your seventh internet posting indicating you're not a big fan of Germany. I did understand by now. How can I checkmate him? It's not so easy. The Dark World. Rook f3 takes, ef, rook g1. Rook f3 takes, rook h6 maybe. Not sure if that works, but hashtag YOLO. Mist XM is saying, Jan, who's stronger, Vincent Keimer or Alireza Firouzja? Alireza. But Keimer, he's improving. Sukire is saying, is Jan reading the Twitch chat? I don't see any of these comments he's reading. LOL. Yeah, I'm reading Twitch and Chess24 chat. Just because of awkward screen design. Oh, I don't have a lot of time left, so I should make some moves. Ugh, just as I was arranging all of the screens. All of the screens. Another dramatic time trouble battle against Thor 4. Thanks for the game, Thor 4. Thank you. Eclipsed is, I don't know how to pronounce it, saying, Jan, how is the fatherhood going? I don't know. I guess okay. Kids are still kicking, as far as I can tell. And I've been told that they don't really remember stuff until they're like 5. So I figured I'd probably still have a while until I have to start trying, like to teach them stuff. What time is it? Ugh, only 1837? I feel like we've been here forever. And what I'm trying to say is, I missed you, I haven't done stuff in English. And it's good to see all of you dear friends again. Immortal Jose N is saying, you look like Mr. Bean. I don't think that's a very accurate description of my appearance. I am much more handsome than Rowan Atkinson. Brushless 3 saying, Jan, are you bored of us already? A little bit, yes. Rikala saying, Jan, pretend this is any question you want it to be and then answer it accordingly. Thanks for the question, Rikala. I have considered going into modeling, but I have a feeling it would not be intellectually challenging enough for me. Therefore, I think I'll stick to chess steaming and streaming for now. Thanks for the question. Why is everyone French here? Laurent, have you sent your armies to avenge PSG? Nothing to do with me. Desenpai is saying, when will we see Dubov and Banter Blitz again? Isn't he doing stuff one of these days? Let me look it up for you. Tomorrow, 15:30. There's stuff with Dubov. I think that's what the show is called. Magnus is a Kasparov wannabe. Yeah. What an imposter. Wow, that's a very dumb username. It's probably chosen with the hope that Magnus would accept him in one of his Banter Blitzes. Also, you're not with us? Magnus is a Kasparov wannabe? Skak Maduri is saying, Jan, your name is very Swedish. Do you have relative in Sweden? Funny you should ask that, because it's never come up before. No, I should stop being an asshole. I'm aware I haven't been doing stuff in English. So, not unlike the Joker. we should go over my backstory. Again, I have to reintroduce myself. So my name is Jan Gustafsson. I was born a long time ago in a tiny German city called Hamburg. Ever since, Hamburg has grown greatly and is nowadays the second biggest city, not by football success, but by population, in Germany. The reason for my name Gustafsson is that my mother was also called Gustafsson, and my mother's great-grandfather, who was also called Gustafsson, was a Swede. I do not speak any Swedish. I've barely ever been to Sweden. I have no idea if I have relatives called Gustafsson, which is likely, because as far as I know, half of Sweden is called Gustafsson. Like Pettersson's neighbor, the dude from Fargo who gets killed. Greta Garbo, look it up. Greta Gustafsson. We the Gustafssons have not forgotten. So that's that. Rating Jan is a Hammer wannabe. So you're saying the analogy is I'm Magnus and Hammer is Kasparov. I don't know. Would I want to be Hammer? Probably has pros and cons. Maybe on my ways to richness and influence at him. Being a Norwegian chess player could be helpful. Social skills, Hammer and I think we're both up there, so I'm not sure I would win or lose very much by that trade. Looks-wise, he's a much younger man than me, so maybe. I don't know. Would I want to be Hammer? This is an interesting question. I'm not sure. How unhappy is Hammer, like in his everyday life? That's the question. Like, I'm fairly miserable, as we all know, but I have a feeling Hammer is also miserable. So, would that, since he's younger, would that just get me more years of being miserable? Or would I be using my greater life experience in his younger body to make the next 10 years more pleasurable for me as Hammer? I'll keep giving it some thought, but I think currently I'm on Team No Hammer, like Thor in Ragnarok. Let's play this guy, because I'm much higher rated, and I will crush him. Magnus Malsen 1 is saying, stop talking and play. Oh, pardon me for wasting all of that precious time of yours, Magnus Malsen. That was not my intention at all. As the show is called Banter Blitz, sometimes I go a little overboard on the banter part, and I do feel badly about it. In that case, if that happens, then by all means, let me know in the chat, because I know it's hard to get enough chess on these chess websites, especially over the last couple months. There's been a bit of a shortage of chess and chess commentary. Therefore, I think it's very important that we keep people in line if they do not stick to chess, or if they, want to talk on their own show for like 30 seconds without playing a game. I think they deserve to be called out, and I appreciate your courage, because I understand it's not easy to say what everybody thinks, but no one dares to say, and put people in line where they belong. So I applaud you, Magnus Malsen, also for that cunning wordplay in your username, because you took Magnus Carlsen and you switched 2 letters around, and then you were not done. Many people would think, all right, my job here is done, Magnus Malsen. It's a pretty good username, but you added a 1, sir, and not many people would have managed that. So thank you. As for the game, we are playing the Grunfeld defense against Jolie Mai. And he plays bishop to e2, which is sort of a passive move. I think it's all in the books, c5 here. And black is supposed to be equal already. But of course, we're just getting started. Castles, all of this I've seen before. Knight takes d4. What am I supposed to do now? I could take and then do something, or I could just play knight c6. Both look reasonable. I have a feeling dc4 is probably the best move. But let's develop some pieces here. Funkhauser wants to know, yeah, what's the best TV series and movie of 2020? Have we had a lot of great movies in 2020? I would guess First Cow is good. I haven't seen a lot of these artsy movies that are out now yet, like what's called the movie about abortion, sometimes, rarely, never, something. Sorry, I don't know the exact title. That's supposed to be a great movie. I enjoyed Out of Play, but I'm not sure I will find many like-minded people there. As for series, I haven't seen anything that blew me away. I tried watching this new Netflix show Hoops yesterday. It's really, really upsettingly bad. It's like a cartoon thing about a foul-mouthed basketball coach, but instead of doing jokes, they're just relying on profanity. And I like cartoon profanity as much as the next guy, but it just makes you numb to all the cursing immediately. Nothing's ever funny. And it just seems lazy and ugh. I was very disappointed by Hoops. Sorry. I'm being asked if I'm watching the NBA playoffs. We've covered that earlier on this show. I haven't had that much time, but now, round 2, things should get exciting, like Boston-Toronto. I'm very much looking forward to. Therefore, yeah, I don't think I'll find a lot of time to watch games live, because it's usually in the middle of the night here, but I'll certainly be peeking in. And I should mention The Last Dance, if that counts as a series. It's probably what has given me the most joy in 2020. Although as a basketball nerd, I knew most of the things happening in there, but it was good. King's Indian Defense is saying 1917 is good in terms of cinematography. That's true, but it's 1917 is 2019. Mind blown. QB Boomhauer is saying predictions for Clippers Mavs. I don't think the Mavs really have a chance, especially with Porzingis and Doncic not 100%. Also, the Clippers are, let's face it, just a better team. But it's fun to root for the Mavs, for good old Luka. So I'm enjoying it. We can keep debating if the movie 1917 is from 2020 or 2019. Or we could settle that argument by Googling. The problem is nowadays it's so hard, even though many people obviously are doing it, but it's so hard to maintain a non-fact-based position, because the truth is always one search away. Shibby is saying, but Playoff P, aka Paul George, is of course the hope of every Dallas Mavericks fan right now. Tarek DC is saying Netflix shows have gotten horrible. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd say all Netflix shows, but this Hoops was such a disappointment, because it has everything I would like. Basketball, depressed cartoon characters, but it's just really, really bad. That was sad. See, Java is saying, call Magnus, he needs to smurf Jan again. Yeah, Magnus once in a while should defeat me in Blitz, because that really puts me in my place. That I am not the best chess player in the world. Ravia is saying, Jan is the reason Waldo is hiding. That could be true. It's good to be back and doing English shows. I've missed this wide variety of positivity of you fun-loving rascals while I was busy trying to befriend the Germans. I forgot the wide international world of you people out there. And it's such a pleasure. We can all reunite here and watch some lovely Blitz games. I'm homeless on Wi-Fi saying studies show people on Netflix spend 80% of their time searching for what to watch and 20% actually watching. Sounds about right. Also, I already spent like half an hour on Amazon before I did go to Netflix to spend the 80% of time searching there. Therefore, it's probably more like a 90-10 situation. Like, the emerging markets in the MSCI, ACWI. That was a weird joke. I apologize, that joke did not work. Ooh, is the bishop under attack? Looks like, but sometimes there's mutual blindness. See, why would the grandmaster blunder his bishop? He wouldn't, so you don't even consider it. I understand, Liv Tyler. In case you're wondering, yes, that's probably the real Liv Tyler. I do not know. But would she lie to us? Hoping for the good old smothered mate. I have a feeling it might not happen. But we have to be allowed to dream. Let me take it just, Checkmate! That was exciting. Slowdown is saying, Jan, do you think online tournament will be more common after COVID? I'm pretty sure they will be more common during COVID. After, we shall see. Like, I don't have the savvy of everyone saying, you know what, this COVID, it really accelerated the digital revolution. We figured out we don't have to be in the same room during meetings. Wow, that's a hot take, sir. Really? You know, the Zoom. I've been in so many Zoom calls. Who would have thought? And yeah, chess. Turns out you can play it from home, from the comfort of your own home. Maybe that's an innovation that will stay. But who knows? As for me, I'm anxious. I want to travel somewhere. So I feel like chess players. Yeah, I understand. I should no longer call me chess players. But I feel chess players and former chess players, it's part of their DNA as well to go places. Therefore, I'm not sure if online tournaments will replace over-the-board chess. I do not think so. But maybe, you know, they can coexist peacefully, like orcs and Urukai. That's the dream. Let's play... What time is it? Wow, I feel... Honestly, it feels like I've been going for hours. But it's still only 55 minutes in. I have no idea how this could happen. And I guess it is a great sign that I keep checking the clock. and keep being surprised that we haven't been going very long yet. Atacanasso. County 079 is saying, I see no reason why one can't go to Thailand and play an online tournament there. There are many reasons one can't go to Thailand. Trust me, I keep checking. They will not allow tourists in. That would be a weak pre-move. Until at least, 2021 it currently looks like. See, that's why you don't pre-move knight c3. Accusator Publicus is saying you should have an app mate named Play Jan, in which one can play against your avatar of different ages. Yeah, believe it or not, but I think that topic was at some point brought up, and I said, guys, I am full of myself, not that full. Would be pretty much a flat line, Jan 20 till 40. But now it can slowly go down, or actually quickly. If they reopen Thailand, I don't have a good feeling about the Thailand Open 2021. Thomas Nordberg 2050 is saying, what? I'm planning to go there in October. Nah, you're not, Thomas. You're just a jokester. You're not big on spending money. We know that. Kidding. Shibby Dude is saying the app can also banter with Jan at different ages. Sounds good. The Oakman 621 is saying I heard Epstein left Thailand. I did not hear that, but I would not hold it against the country, even if bad people liked it. The real Lectomancer saying, I checked Laos too. Both are definitely closed. There you go. What's going on here? Should I go knight d5? I don't really want to. It's a strange position because I'm better structurally, but I want both my knights to go towards this square. Knight d5 he takes, and I give up some of my structural edge. Well, maneuvers like knight d2, knight e4 seem a little clumsy. Still do it. Okay, do. Pekko H is asking, Jan, did you finish BoJack Horseman season 6? I have watched every single BoJack episode. Last season, I don't know, it got... Well, I like the darkness, but somehow I wasn't that as emotionally engaged as in prior seasons. But overall, BoJack is just good stuff, so watch all of it. Paymon is saying, Jan, have you considered a career in modeling? I have. No one else has considered career in modeling for me, but I think about it a lot. Workday Pegasus is saying, Jan, what do you do when you don't do chess? Do you have a hobby that you love doing? I have one, but I can't say it on air. Other than that, do I like doing anything? I think I like doing nothing. That's probably my sweet spot. Lying on my couch, trying to figure out what to watch on Netflix, as we've previously discussed. I think that's when I'm, happiest. Other than that, I have many very interesting interests. Like, I think I'll get into wine now. I watched this documentary, Sour Grapes, the other day on Netflix, of all places, about someone who was, scamming rich people with counterfeit wine. I thought that could be an interesting career. got a little inspired there. So maybe I'll pick that up as a hobby. Other than that, I have to get ripped again. Which, you know, turns out, if you're... Let's face it, I was never really ripped. But turns out, you can't just keep your physical state. If you do nothing and eat crap for a while, your body changes. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. But I'm always surprised when that happens. So now, because in Germany, the gyms are open, I shall work out again. Also, I am in a very, very serious competition with our dear friend Anton Squared Me through our, what's this called, Apple Watch activity trackers, and I have to crush him. I haven't done much today yet. Let's track the activity. Can I track it here? Where is it? I don't know how stuff works as usual. Here maybe? Nope. Anyway, I still have a lot of working out to do today in order to reach my 600 points. Because I know Dan, aka Anton Squared Me. He has this new rowing machine at home. He has a skateboard. He doesn't even need a gym. He's just, you know, gonna do his nerdy stuff at home and get the 600 points automatically. So it's gonna be a rough day. Danny94 is asking, Jan competes Mr. Olympia. Yeah, I watched that Ronnie Coleman documentary and I got inspired. Although I got a little less inspired when I saw he had serious trouble walking. Poor guy. But other than that, very inspired. Yes, for the game, I guess I'm slightly better or whatever. The Oakman is bringing up some good ideas that I could get a treadmill or a standing desk to play Banter Blitz while working out. It would give me more time for next Netflix later. That is not a bad idea. Like a rowing machine maybe? No, that takes up too much space, right? Anyway, we'll look into that. Hans-Peter, schreib bitte auf, überprüfe Fitnessgerät für Kellerstudio. Dankeschön. Sorry, just talking to my assistant. Oh, he dropped the bishop. Give me the pawn. Martin Henry is saying, would you rather be a chess GM or an NBA D-League player? Depends. Would I be a good NBA D-League player? Like, could I make the actual league? Then probably the NBA D-League. But if I'm just, you know, a D-League lifer, then I guess I'll go with GM. But of course, any shot to make the league. D-League, here I come. Is it called the G-League now? I always get confused if it's currently the G-League or the D-League. We all know what we're talking about. Let's play someone. Why not this guy? Yakko. Knight c3. It's not a very aggressive move. And not a particularly good move. f4. The only hope is they don't know that d5 is the move here. But they all know. They know. Peter Swindler is asking. That would be the G spot. Wow, did you find wordplay with the G spot and the G League? That's amazing. They both start with G. Knight c6 strikes me as wrong, because now the knights can be chased around. Cool Kid Spin is saying, we missed you in the final commentary. Too bad you added German language to your resume. Yeah, I'm trying to go international. I was promoted to the German show. Because that's where the viewers are. Sorry, I don't know why I'm in such a foul mood today. Actually, I'm usually in a foul mood, so probably that's why. QB Boomhauer saying promoted, and the LOL face. Can't fool you, QB. Can't fool you. Eigentor is saying foul mood. You sound like you're in a fun, jovial mood. They're very connected to each other, which is what makes me such a nice guy. You can't even tell when I'm in a bad mood, because I'm just as stoic as when I'm in a good mood. Mr. Dodgy Chess is saying, will it cheer you up to know that Peter Heine Nielsen is geary baiting again? No. I have zero peacemaking capacity or energy left. So don't do it. I'm much more comfortable instigating than, watching my friends fight. Don't do it. Leave me alone. Not me. Just can't you all be friends? Can't take knight f7, rook f7. It's not that much, is it? But I'm in the mood to sacrifice all my pieces, so why not? Probably won't work, but what are you thinking about? You should take. It's a rook. Eigentourist is saying, you have one of the most entertaining bad moods of anyone I know, Jan. Thank you so much. Would that I could learn from you. Have you ever considered being a life coach? I have. Then at some point I thought, without clients, and I understand it's a big commitment, because if you hire someone as your life coach, it's obviously for life. But I thought, since no one is willing to commit to me coaching them for the rest of their life, I probably need to look into other revenue streams, like online blitz chess. Also, I don't think I have one of the most entertaining bad moods. I think it's fairly common, with... I should stop blundering all the pieces. Keep some. The sad clown situation. I think it's a typical thing. How many pieces did I sacrifice for no reason? Just 2, yeah? 2 should be possible to overcome. Not easy, though. Would be better if I still had them, let's face it. Oh, Yako. Check. Another check. Peter DeFreeze 7169 is saying, to which chat are you reacting, Jan? I'm confused. I'm a bit confused too, but I'm reading the Chess24 chat and the Twitch chat. And wow, it's still only 1911. I honestly feel like I've been here for like 3-4 hours, having a great time with y'all. But we're only 70 minutes in. Dutch Defender is saying, I don't understand why Chess24 man Jan spends so much time on other sites. Why? But I read every word you're saying, Dutch Defender. Are you saying I should not read anybody else? I understand. But you know, the good old German saying, if you don't go with the times, you have to go over time. I'm worried we have to go with the times. Anyway, apologies if that hurt your feelings, Dutch Defender. I'm right here, reading everything you say. I promise. Also, I don't think the Twitch Chess24 channel is technically not Chess24. That's not how I see the world. Oof, is it time to start apologizing? Sorry I'm not saying anything constructive today. I'm feeling very, very sleepy. I guess mainly in a depressed way, so the usual. Why is everything gone now? Oh, here it is. Gustafsson Gambit saying I'm late. You're not wrong. Oh, this is a 3-man game. I should make moves. Not a great pre-move. This line was always supposed to be bad, I guess. It's not too bad after bishop e6. I don't think computers hate it too much. But it's probably not great either. I guess taking you could make a case for, but I don't wanna. Do you guys hear that studies, or I'm not sure if studies, but there are reports that people that were infected with the coronavirus, they showed hair loss a couple months after? I think, not a doctor, not a virologist here, in case you were wondering, but I think I might have had corona in February when I was lying on my couch and I had trouble breathing for a couple days, so at some point I was told to go to the emergency room, and I went, and they gave me some inhaler and stuff, and I felt better. But this was before COVID got hip in Germany, so I didn't get a COVID test back then, so I'm not sure. Anyway, since it's in February, I'm very worried the hair loss is kicking in now, and I'm monitoring this situation over here closely. And yeah, I understand it's probably not a topic to joke about, but I'm also not joking. Ayub Saxina saying, haha, okay, I shall wait 2 months. I'm presently COVID positive. Sorry to hear that, Ayub Saxina. Get better soon. Let's play against Wakum Batata. Go Karokan. What's not to like? Knight c3? You should play knight e5. I'm never sure about allowing knight e5 in these positions. I could take on f3, but usually I don't like that either without being asked by h3. Overall, it doesn't strike me as a very convincing setup for white that Wakumbata is playing. Bishop g5 is also losing time, provoking me into action. I shall be provoked. TF2 new player saying COVID affects also your intelligence. That I also heard. I'm less worried about that because I'm so smart that, you know, losing some brains I can probably compensate. But hair, there's not that much left. Lingering Scope is saying, hey Jan, my first time streaming chess live. Thanks for hosting. Wow, are you streaming me? That scares me a little bit. I have one question and feel free not to answer. Let me read the question first. If an individual has the greatest passion for the game of chess, at what age is it too late for that individual to pursue a career in chess? My honest advice is just don't do it, no matter what age. Other than that, I don't know what you mean. If you start chess, at what age is it too late to become a grandmaster so you could make some money with it? Or what's the question here? Starting, I would say 9 maybe? Sorry, I'm just trying to keep your hopes down here. Doing you a favor. You might not see it yet, because I understand you're passionate about the 32 pieces moving up and down the board. But good old Jan is trying to do you a solid here. Yeah, this show is great advertising for the joys of chess. Also, why did I miss knight b5? He's just moving his knight for the 18th time. Somehow I still miss knight b5. Good thing is, since he's moved that knight 18 times, I'm probably still better. But still not ideal. ChessFan993 saying, will Doncic end up with a better career than Nowitzki? I guess a lot will depend if he can win a title or not, which, as we know, is not a given in the NBA, no matter how great you are. There was also this blasphemous tweet by Network yesterday asking who's better right now, Nowitzki or Luka. I mean, not right now. Nowitzki at his peak or Luka. And I love Luka, but Nowitzki was pretty good. I guess apples and oranges as well, because obviously Nowitzki, not a primary playmaker. Time to wake up, make some moves here. We're down to 30 seconds. Therefore, time to speed it up. Speed it up. Give me the rook. Oof, that was close. Thanks for the game. Wakumbata. Exciting fight. Let's play Willem, number 8. Hamilbody is saying Jan's jaw muscles have a life of their own. Yours don't? You can't move them? I did watch the movie Jaws many times. Maybe my jaw muscles picked up a trick or two. That guy Chucky is saying who's winning, Mavs or Clippers? Clippers are of course a heavy favorite, but it's kind of fun. Rooting for the Mavs, so I'll keep rooting. Willem. Are you not there? Welches raken? Nö. Nog even wachten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nee. Abort. Sorry, man. Alright, last game. I mean this in the nicest way possible, but I do mean it. I'm so sick of all of you. No, I kid. It's just me. It's not you. B3 by Michael Tal, 2002. Not sure if Tal was much of a B3 guy, but to each their own. Luvatar is saying, how would you describe German humor to an American? I don't know. I don't think the Germans were as funny as you Americans, because we know that you're crushing humor, just like scales, and therefore it's hard for us to keep up with that subtlety, the wit that plays into the oldest and greatest humor on earth, the American humor. Therefore, we of course we study some of your comedians. Kevin Hart, we think is the funniest. He's making all these jokes, and then he's acting in these movies, and he also thinks he's a mogul. So we think he's very funny. But other than that, of course we can't get there. The Germans, they have no humor. Just watch the TV show Dark. They are serious people, efficient, not quite to be trusted. The rest of the world, of course, is onto us. But it's all true. CPT Major is saying, Jan's humor is so subtle. Sometimes he's not sure himself whether he made a joke or not. I know, it's a great art, isn't it? Dancing the line. Is he serious? Is he joking? Maybe he doesn't know himself. Michael Tal, playing well. I'm a bit worried I'll blunder my queen, but it's not very high on my list of worries, if I'm being honest. I'm not better, obviously. So I either have to win on time or by confusing Michael. I think I will go for both. Confuse him first, then flag him. Give me that bishop. Sir. Sir, the things you have done for this country, no one else could have done. And Michael Tal does resign. Thanks for the game. And the chat keeps finding ways of saying, Jan is funny for a German, which I guess I'll take as a compliment, although in general, this stereotyping, you know what? The English have a biting, sarcastic humor, and the Americans have that kind of humor. The Germans don't have any humor. The Italians, we don't know, but we guess they're funny. We just don't understand them. So, I don't know, this judging characteristics by nationality is something that I think we should all, try not to overdo. Insert your German joke here. Q Boomhauer saying Jan is funny for a chess player. I wish I could say the same about you. And I'll block this guy you who keeps calling me Jane because it annoys me. And I've decided that I should no longer be annoyed. Why go through life annoyed? There's no need. Life's too short. So, bye-bye, sir. Let's play Pedal. Let's play a little bonus game. Jesus Calling is saying, hi, how are you? I'm pretty good. Pedal, I hope you're good too. Not at chess. But, life. Some people are saying is more important. SB Hadra 97 saying people will think Germans aren't funny if they watch Dark as the only German show. Well, they did think that before, and I've talked about this quite a bit in the past, that I could not watch Dark for that very reason. I mean, it's cleverly done and all that, well acted, but it confirms every stereotype people have about Germans. There's not a single joke. It's always raining. Everyone seems normal but isn't quite to be trusted. And there is this meticulous time travel logic. So I thought, even though it's obviously a very well-made show, and I applaud them, that, it's just, it's not doing the Germans a great service in that way. The Oakman 621 is saying, I've been to Germany a dozen times, so I don't stereotype Germans based on Dark. Oh, I had no idea you were here at German times. A dozen times. Mr. Dodgy Chess saying, I feel the same way about Braveheart. Confirmed every stereotype about Scottish people. Yeah, I think in general, Mel Gibson has been a great ambassador for you guys. A fine balancing, but you can surely agree that Austrians have more humor than Germans. I think, once again, to get back to that statement, I think these discussions are a little silly, like these. My English is not good enough to put it into smart language, but these stereotyping by nationality. I'm very aware, as is any other German, that Germans aren't supposed to be the funniest people on earth. I do love Austrians. Don't get me wrong. I miss Austria. I haven't played in the Austrian league for a while. I always had a great time, especially in Graz. Nova Park Graz. I hope it's going strong throughout COVID, just as the Brotenspiele. I miss Graz. Such a beautiful city. Just a box in a cage is saying there's two things I hate. People that stereotype by nationality and the Dutch. I think that we can all agree on. Well played. Chess M2 is saying, are you following the NBA Finals by any chance? I am very much following the NBA playoffs. Watch that clock, Pedal. You've played a good game so far. But, as I always say, there's no honor in losing on time on move 20 without blundering all your pieces. It's much better to blunder all your pieces and then to flack on move 60. That guy Chucky is saying, how bad is the time of the game for you in Europe? The earlier games I can make. The last game starts at 3 a.m. That's a little late, but the first game starts when? Like 9 p.m. my time? So, it's quite watchable. Anyway, speaking of quite watchable, I have a feeling this has been a fun, entertaining, and at the same time educational show. Because as you all know, my motto is, in order to teach chess, which is a passion of mine, you have to entertain first. And I come from a country that has a long tradition in entertaining. Therefore, I try to use these skills to bring to you the gift of chess. It's a game where both sides have like 8 pawns and 8 pieces, and they move them around using nothing but their brains and their hands or their mice. So, I hope in these hectic times of ours, you will also find that sometimes slowing down, not as much as Pedal, because then you lose on time by move 20, but sometimes slowing down and thinking, I have this horsey, where could it go? F6, nowhere else, can enrich your life. And that is the humble little mission that I have set for myself. Make someone a little happier today by giving them the gift of chess. You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly enjoyed this time we spent together, and I did not at all look at the clock in these last 50 minutes thinking, how long till these 90 minutes are finally effing over? That's not how I approach this, because I just enjoy being here. So, enjoy whatever day of the week it is, the rest of it, and hope to see you all soon